What's up, guys? Welcome back to Deck Tech for Decks, and today we are doing a Precon upgrade on the Precon Calvary charge. Now, this one was actually really well put together, which is a pleasant surprise. We got all the card draw we need. We're just going to have to add a little bit of ramp here and a little bit of removal, and then this deck is going to be good to go. This will give us some more options to put in some fun cards, right? So, what does this deck want to do? Obviously, it's just trying to go wide with some knights, and then it's got some graveyard synergies. You can recur those knights from the graveyard, and then, it just helps your board get wider. Additionally, our commander is just going to have that eminence ability, so whenever we're attacking with these knights, we're able to fill our graveyard while getting some cards into our hand. Super solid ability. I'm definitely excited for this one, so let's get into the upgrades. Cavalier of Dawn. This is that removal I was talking about. Additionally, we have a way to bring our artifacts and enchantments back from the graveyard whenever it dies, and we all know whenever it dies we can cast it again or put it back onto the battlefield with our commander. Super solid ETB that we can use repeatedly. Cavalier of Night, another solid ETB, right? Additionally, when it does die, we're going to get something of 3 CMC from our graveyard to the battlefield. Super solid. Guardian of Faith. This is going to be really good for just protecting our boards. It synergizes because it's a knight, and then, when they try to wipe our board of knights, we can protect it. Really good because phasing out will let you keep your tokens, and there's a lot of tokens in this deck, so this is definitely a solid include. Rhea Ivor. We're going wide. Why not go wide with Rhea Ivor? She's a knight, synergizes with the deck, and she's going to give us a lot of fodder. Our opponents aren't going to know what to do when we're going this wide. Sky Hunter Strike Force. Again, melee is honestly slept on. This is going to give your creatures +1 for each opponent you're attacking. So if you go ahead and attack all 3 of your opponents, all of your creatures are going to get +3. That can be deadly quickly. Moving on, we have Invasion of New Capenna. Super solid removal spell on its front. Flip it over and you just get a gun that buffs your whole board of knights. Super solid. Next up, Buried Alive. Our commander does reanimate stuff from the graveyard, so it's going to be really good to put exactly what we want into the graveyard using this. Azoria Signet and Demir Signet. This is that solid ramp I was talking about. Super cheap, comes out early. Honestly, some of the most efficient ramp you can get. The Circle of Loyalty. There's a lot of legendary creatures in the deck, and now whenever we're casting those legendary spells, we're going to go ahead and add a 2/2 knight to the field. Additionally, this does get reduced for each knight you control, so it's just added synergy there. It also creates knights, so hey, don't knock it. Kindred Discovery, super solid draw spell. Now whenever we cast knights or knights are attacking, we're drawing cards. This can draw you a lot of cards very quickly and super solid in any tribal deck. Next up, I have 2 non-budget options for you guys. We have Battle Angel of Tyr. This is going to do whatever you need it to. You're going to go ahead and get ramp off this, card draw, and it'll gain you some life. Additionally, we have Kinsbale Cavalier. This is just going to give all of your knights double strike. Super solid. Again, these cards aren't cheap, but I just wanted to throw in some non-budget options for you guys. Now, that's going to do it for the ads. Let me know what you think about these ads. Go ahead and throw some of your own ads in the comments below. That way people get a variety, and I'll be right back with those cuts. Maul of Skyclave. Now, in a deck full of knights, there's just this one random equipment, so I went ahead and cut that out. Pull from Tomorrow. There's just way better card draw spells that can be used, such as Kindred Discovery. Now, if you don't want to throw Kindred Discovery in here because of a budget reason, Pull from Tomorrow is a perfectly fine card. It does go ahead and let you discard a card that you want into your graveyard. Commander's Fear. The signets are just way more effective, so I went ahead and cut this. We did cut 2 lands, an island, and a plains, because I think as long as you have enough card draw, which this deck does have, 37 lands is more than enough. That'll give you an average of 3 lands on your opener, which is all you need. Knight of the Last Breath. A super expensive card. Yes, our commander can cheat it out, but if you cheat out this 7 drop, you're going to get a 4/4 that's 3 mana to sacrifice a creature to create a 1/1 white-black spirit creature token. And then it has Afterlife. It's just not worth its mana cost. Knight of the Black Rose, another card with not a terrible, ability, but it is 5 mana and the cost is kind of expensive, so I went ahead and cut that. Liliana's Standard Bearer. It is a knight, it does draw you cards, synergizes with the deck, but honestly, it's very situational. You have to know you're about to lose your board state. 9 times out of 10, I don't think you're going to have 3 mana open to cast this in a scenario where you do get screwed over, but maybe I'm wrong. Order of the Midnight. This is one that it has an adventure on it. Order of the Midnight can't block. It's just not very effective, especially when we already have recursion in the deck. Sir Eleonora, this is not card advantage, it's card replacement, so I went ahead and cut it. The 5-drop, that doesn't really do that much. It can get big, but honestly, like I said, it was worth a cut here for some better nights. These next 2 cards you only have to cut if you went with the non-budget options. We have Worthy Knight and Distant Melody. They're solid in the deck, but if we include those non-budget options, those are just going to be way better than these cards. That's going to do it for the deck tech, guys. Let's go ahead and put some suggestions in the comment section below too. That way people just get more value out of this video. It really boosts the community. As always, I hope this helped you in your deck building endeavors, and I'll see you in the next one.